Hello, my name is Eddie Tofpik. I'm Head of Technical Analysis and Senior Markets Analyst at ADM Investor Services International Limited. And here is your daily technical analysis of stock index futures. I'll start with the UK FTSE futures. A really interesting pattern here yesterday, or rather, should I say, day 2 in a 2-day pattern. You see, the last 2 days were a bullish separating lines pattern, a significant bullish continuation pattern, and counters the bearish dark cloud cover pattern type seen earlier this week. Another interesting feature was how the base of the action was once again supported by the recent uptrend, currently at 72.40. This has now become part of the late September to date rising wedge pattern. This rising wedge pattern is new, but it has potential. So far today, once again we see support on the new uptrend of the recent bullish rising wedge pattern, enough that we've broken higher, making a new all-time high. The next overhead resistance is the upper trend line of this rising wedge pattern, and that's currently at 73.49, which raises all sorts of interesting possibilities. German DAX futures. Another interesting piece of action yesterday, a second consecutive indecisive doji cross with the highest high, low, open and close as well. Since the market is ever so very slowly, cautiously trying higher, but seems none too keen about it. Above, we now have a possible large upper bull channel line currently at 16.326, and seemingly little else until a higher 50% projected Fibonacci line at 16.637. Meanwhile below, well, it's as I've been previously saying, bar this congestion around the highs, roughly between the lesser projected Fibonacci line at 15.970 and the previous all-time high at 16.024, we have little in the way until the congestion a little way below, which includes within it the 50% projected Fibonacci line at 15.629, the flatlining medium moving average currently at 15.602, and the flatlining short medium moving average currently 15.569. So far today, a very interesting development. A lower open and a lower low with another new all-time high, such that we are on for a possible bullish engulfing pattern today, and even a possible key reversal up. Both these patterns are dependent on the same thing, a close tonight up over the 16.025 level. That's 16.025, bear that one in mind. US mini S&P futures. Yet another new all-time high and high close yesterday, as the market punched up and out of the tight range of what was left the old June to September rising wedge pattern, currently 46.21 to 46.71. Finally closing up over it. This is now moving on from just being a suitable follow-on to the recent bullish engulfing pattern into something a little more special and obviously a little more bullish. The market has obviously made a huge effort to dispel the shadow of September's monthly key reversal down. This earlier pattern obviously had some big strategic implications, and whilst I did not necessarily expect an immediate move, these actions in October and now November have been a huge counter to it. Yet it is still worth remembering that the action during September still exists, and we may see reminders of that. Overhead, we now have the next 50% projected Fibonacci line at 46.95. Looking below, well, we have little until the September high at 45.49.5 and the 50% projected Fibonacci line at 45.40. Now so far today, slightly lower open, but then a move up to another new all-time high today. We are now getting close to testing the 50% projected Fibonacci line at 46.95. And a second close up here may well mean looking at a possible target for the reconstituted rising wedge pattern. French CAC 40 futures. A higher though indecisive spinning top pattern yesterday. This is the market simultaneously exhibiting schizophrenic behavior by going higher but not being too sure about it. Below we have the support of the 50% projected Fibonacci line at 69.12 and the previous September 2000 all-time high at 69.51, as well as the 100% projected Fibonacci line at 69.68. Interestingly, yesterday was the first close up over all of those. This action nevertheless is still a continued move higher from the recent June to October diamond continuation pattern. This is still an odd looking pattern. Yet we may have we still have an initial target, topside target X1 for this diamond continuation pattern in the 70.95 area, and a secondary target X2 in the 72.75 area. In between here and there, we have seemingly very little apart from a compound Gann number at 70.38, which we're testing at the moment, and the 100% projected Fibonacci line at 71.36. So far today, another new all-time high as the market rises to tackle the compound Gann number at 70.38. Thank you for listening. This short version broadcast gives the essential market patterns and consequences. Please be aware of the risk disclaimer posted with this broadcast. Copyright is Tofpik and ADM Investor Services International Limited. And here comes the final bit.